Hey guys, today is a bit of a shorter episode because today is Seal Day and there's only about 15 species that I put in the video among the seals and sea lions. But I'd like to first go over the difference between seals and sea lions. And fur seals are a separate group from the seals. They're usually categorized as part of the sea lion family as they have a lot of similar characteristics. Sea lions have external ears, unlike the seal that you're currently looking at, and they are also more easily able to walk on land than seals. In addition, among fur seals and sea lions, the male is much larger than the female, and I'll show you some examples of that right now actually. We're starting with the Guadalupe fur seal. It's found all along the western coast of North America to the south of Alaska, though they tend to stay in the southern portion of their range. The picture on the left side of the screen is of a male, and the one on the right is a female. As you can see, the male is much larger. The main identifier for this species is that the snout curves upward at the northern fur seal is found all over the western coast of North America as well, but it tends to live more in the northern part of its range, where the Guadalupe fur seal doesn't live. The main identifier for this species is that the tip of the nose curves downwards instead of upward, as in the Guadalupe fur seal, and the snout is a bit shorter too. As you can see, they both have a similar coloration as the Guadalupe fur seal. The California sea lion is also found all along the western coast of North America, with it being more common in the southern part of the range in California. The sea lions are much larger than the fur seals, as you can see here. The female is much lighter colored than either of the fur seal, and the male has a bulbous forehead that is present in no other species. The Steller sea lion is found along the western coast of North America as well, but not as much in the southern part in California. It prefers the colder waters of the north and is even found out into Alaska and in the Bering Sea and the waters of Northeast Asia. This species is more golden brown than the other species of fur seal and sea lion, which are dark brown in the males at least. The species is also the largest of the sea lions and fur seals that we're going to look at today, and it can be differentiated from the California sea lion by the male's lack of a bulbous forehead. Now moving on to the seals, which are a lot easier to identify for the most part. The ribbon seal is found in the Bering Sea and the waters off Northeast Asia. This species has a unique ribboned pattern of black and white that no other species has and makes it fairly easy to identify. Also, as an aside, you may notice that there are no visible ears on any of the seals, nor are they very good at supporting their weight on land, despite the fact that they do go on land to rest occasionally. The ringed seal is found all over the Arctic Ocean and in the Bering Sea and parts of the North Atlantic Ocean all the way down to Boston occasionally, though they usually don't appear that far south. It's got a unique ring pattern that is unique to this species. It's significantly smaller than the gray seal, and it's got larger spots than the harbor seal and the spotted seal. This is the harbor seal, the most common species of seal, and it's found on almost all of the coasts in North America as well as in Europe and some of Northeast Asia. It's identifiable by its spots and its light-colored background color, which is a valuable thing to notice when compared to the spotted seal. The spotted seal is also known as the Larga seal, and it's found only in the Bering Sea and the waters off Northeast Asia. It doesn't have much overlap in range with the harbor seal, but the main identifier for it is that it has a darker colored face, though its spotted appearance is the same as the harbor seal. The gray seal is found in the Atlantic Maritime region of northeastern North America, as well as in northern Europe. It is gray, as you might have expected, and it has some darker colored spots all over. It's also one of the bigger seal species. The harp seal, which you may know from its pure white seal pups from some nature documentaries, is found all over the Arctic Ocean, mostly between northeastern North America and western Siberia. The adult form has black on its face, as well as a kind of a harp-shaped black spot on its back, from which it gets its name. The hooded seal is kind of a weird species since its male's head is oddly shaped. The thing on its head is called a hood, and it's used in a mating practice in which the male inflates the hood through its nostril, forming kind of a red balloon type thing, which is supposed to be really attractive to females. The main identifier for this species is the black and whitish pattern it has, along with the male's weirdly shaped head. It looks a bit similar to the gray seal, but with more prominent markings and a shorter muzzle. The hooded seal is found in the waters of eastern Canada, Greenland, Iceland, and Svalbard. The bearded seal is a big guy. They're found all over the Arctic Ocean and as far south as northern Newfoundland. You can identify them by the whiskers, which no other species has such a prominent set of whiskers. The northern elephant seal is not only the largest seal species, but is actually the largest carnivore species in the world. As you can see, the male has a bit of a trunk, which gives it the name of elephant seal. The females also have a slightly elongated nose, but they're a lot smaller, and they are yellow-brown. They're the only species of seal with such a big difference between male and female body size. The walrus is found mostly in 3 locations around Greenland and the northern Canadian islands, the Bering Sea, and in the ocean between Svalbard and Novaya Zemlya. They are easily identified by their tusks and large size. And I decided to put the West Indian manatee in here because it probably looks more like a seal than a dolphin, and they're pretty easy to identify as well. There's not really any other species like them within their range. They're found along coastlines, sometimes as far north as Virginia, and all the way south to northern Brazil, including the Caribbean islands.